Welcome back to Steve and Jenny's Star Tour. I'm Steve, this is Jenny. Today we watched Revenge of the Sith and finished the prequel trilogy.
I'm just getting my notes up.
Okay, what'd you think?
I really liked this one. I thought this one was much more entertaining and fun to watch than the other two.
It is. It certainly is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this right away. Excluding the original trilogy, this is my favorite.
Yes.
Like, it's the original trilogy and then this right afterwards.
Yes.
I love this movie. Of course, I have some nostalgia attached to it because I grew up with it, but like, it's also just a really solid film and has a lot of. It does a lot right. It still has some hokey prequel shit in it, but like, the good heavily outweighs the bad in this one.
Definitely my favorite of the three prequels.
Absolutely. So, do you want to go through your notes first? Because it looks like you have a lot less than me.
Yeah, I honestly didn't take that many this time. There's
Which is
nothing
good because
really.
it means you're invested.
Yeah, I was very invested in watching it. There wasn't too many like negative stuff to point out.
Most of my notes are just the memes.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna write those, but I was too busy laughing at them.
Yeah.
So my first note was R2-D2 setting the fire.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really
that.
cool. I like it a lot. It gave purpose to his stupid flight edition from episode 2. I thought that was really cool how he took out 2 super battle droids.
Yeah,
You know,
I like seeing him do something more than just do something for the others, like doing it for himself.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It was really cool seeing R2 defend himself.
I have do it written down.
Do it. I also have that written down.
I really liked the humor, all the one-liners,
Me
and
too.
I have to give that to Obi-Wan Kenobi usually.
Mm-hmm.
He was usually the one to deliver them, but
Yep.
I was like laughing really hard at this movie, but
Yeah,
then
but
it also had me like, I wasn't crying, but like emotional.
Oh yeah.
So it definitely covers the whole range of emotions, and I can appreciate that when one minute you're laughing, the next you're like, ooh, wow, that's heart-wrenching.
Yeah, it does a really good job balancing that out. A lot of movies don't do a good job with that balance. Even certain Star Wars movies don't do a good job with that balance, but this one nails it.
Yeah.
It'll make you laugh and it'll make you cry.
Anakin and Padme still have no chemistry.
Yeah. That's one thing they didn't really improve on.
Every time they kissed, I said gross.
Yeah.
Every time.
But, here's the thing. If you watch Clone Wars, that issue goes away.
I'm looking forward to watching that because
Clone Wars is really good.
I like them together. I like the kind of Romeo and Juliet feel to them.
Mhm.
Like, in theory, I should like them.
Yes.
In practice, gross.
Yeah. It's only because the actors don't have any chemistry together.
Yeah.
Unless they're, doing outtakes like I mentioned last time. But in Clone Wars, they do a much better job of showcasing their relationship and showing like all the positive things about it.
Not
They do a
only
really good job.
acting, I chalk it up to the writing.
Oh yeah, the writing's also good in Clone Wars.
Okay.
It's not John Williams.
The
John Williams. First of all, John Williams does a great job with the soundtrack. It's not George Lucas trying to be Shakespeare and not doing a good job.
Like,
it's like competent writers.
The actors can only do so much when you're given a shitty script.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan carries the prequels
Absolutely.
single-handedly on his back.
Absolutely. Stop it. We're talking. Dad? Why is my dad calling? Is he not in the house? Anyway. Yeah, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan is fantastic. There's a reason why he's coming back as Obi-Wan in the new series they're doing, which keeps getting delayed.
Yeah.
But, yes, Ewan McGregor single-handedly carries the prequels, just like a certain other actor will single-handedly carry the sequels.
I have Palpatine as gross when he's deformed.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, it's just mad gross.
Yeah. Once he puts the hood up, it's better.
Yeah.
I feel like his face alone isn't that bad. It's his deformed face combined with he still has the old man senator hair.
Yeah.
That's what was weird. I'm like, please put the hood up. Come on, Sheev, put the hood up.
Well, like, if the lightning is burning his skin, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't his hair have burned up?
Yes, but I'm gonna chalk that one up as a hokey prequel shit.
Okay. Anakin's hair burned up in the fire at the end.
Oh yeah,
The first
completely.
thing to go.
Yeah.
So,
Well, his legs.
but like, continuity, people. If it happens to one person's gotta happen to the other.
Yeah.
Alright, Okay, so I really, really, really enjoyed Obi-Wan and Anakin's fight.
Yes, oh my god.
That was really good, but
I'm gonna gush about that later.
everyone was hyping it up for me that, like, it cut, the two fights cutting back and forth is the best thing. I didn't particularly... I enjoyed it, but Yoda and Palpatine's fight was... I don't want to say boring, but, like...
Okay.
It wasn't evenly matched. Like, Anakin and Obi-Wan were evenly matched the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yoda just seemed to be very overpowered. Not, like... Palpatine had the upper hand the whole time.
Yeah.
Yoda never really, like, came through.
The thing is, and this is why, this might shed some different light on it. The thing that people always say it as, people tend to view it as, oh, it's two epic lightsaber fights. No. One of them is a lightsaber fight, the other is a fight with the Force.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like, Yoda and Palpatine's fight is more focused on the Force.
And I get
And you can see that when Palpatine's, like, throwing fucking chairs at him and shit.
Right. Palpatine, the Senate chairs, Palpatine was throwing, like, 5 of them at once, and Yoda, like, barely stopped one and was spinning it and barely threw it back at him.
Yeah.
And they're like, Yoda's the most powerful, Force user Jedi ever. Not according to that fight.
Well, yes, but keep it. It's they do that to show, yes, this is how powerful Yoda is, but this is how powerful Palpatine is.
Right.
It
Yoda's
shows
not
that
the most powerful Force user.
No, he's the most powerful Jedi, but
Okay.
they never say he's the most powerful Force user.
Okay, that's fair.
But there were certain moments where he was evenly matched, like when he's like shooting him and he's like holding it back, and then he like it looks like he's getting overpowered, and then he just turns and like sends him flying.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but I love the whole scene, but out of the two, Obi-Wan and Anakin is much
Maybe
better.
I was just more emotionally invested in that one because I know the emotions behind that one.
Oh yeah.
The other one was just like, you're right, you're wrong. This one was more like, you were my brother.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, maybe, like I said, I think I'm just more emotionally invested in that one, so I want, every time like
No, I
Yoda was
understand
on
that.
screen, I was like, cut back.
No, I understand that. You get so invested in it that
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Was that it? Was that the rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Wow, I do have a lot more notes. Right from the get-go, the movie opens with a huge space battle because they have to go rescue Chancellor Palpatine from General Grievous. This is like my favorite opening in any Star Wars movie. Like that opening space battle, I love that.
That was good.
It's so well done and just so good. The rescue mission perfectly showcases the relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yes.
How they're like cracking jokes at each other and just generally like putting trust in each other. That's shown a lot more in Clone Wars too.
Okay.
Basically, this is just a big PSA to watch Clone Wars.
I was gonna say, I guess I'd have to watch Clone Wars.
Keep in mind it's 7 seasons, and the 7th season is currently airing, so...
It's all on Disney Plus, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's true. The fight between Anakin and Dooku is much better this time, because you can see what's happening.
Yeah.
Amazing what visuals can do for a fight scene.
I will say, I've kept meaning to jot this down, but I never did because I kept watching the movie. The CGI in this movie, I mean, now I'm looking at 2005, so it explains it, but like, wow, that's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the movie just looked good.
Yeah, the CGI in this was much better, especially compared to Episode 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And even for 2005, it aged really well.
Yeah.
I've seen other movies from like 2008 that look like shit.
Yeah, that have not held up to this.
But it's impressive how well the CGI has held up in this. I also have written down, do it! Because, God, I love that. I also really like when Obi-Wan, like, cuts down the 2 super battle droids and Palpatine's like, yeah! I like that a lot, too. R2 will be here soon. R2 slams into a wall.
I feel that one.
These two go hand in hand. I have written down snarky battle droids are best battle droids, and then immediately after, snarky Obi-Wan is best Obi-Wan. I love when General Grievous, like, that wasn't much of a rescue, and he snatches the lightsabers and the battle droids like, you're welcome. And then I like Obi-Wan when he goes like, wait a minute, we're smarter than this. Hayden Christensen, his delivery of lines isn't always perfect, but his expression acting is great.
Yes.
His facial expressions showcase all the emotions that Anakin should be feeling in that scene.
Yes.
And he does a great job with it.
Agreed.
He's definitely improved since last time.
Yes.
When he was whining about Obi-Wan holding him back. Now he's like, he's struggling because he's like, I don't trust the Jedi, yeah. But like, it's, and the movie does a great job, and actually, this is my next point, the film does a very good job of slowly building up to Anakin's turn.
Yes.
Like, to the point where he literally has to choose between saving his wife or trusting the Jedi, and he ultimately chooses saving his wife. I have, the opera scene is fucking incredible, when the scene where he talks about Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yeah.
That scene is one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars.
Yes.
It's so well done. It gives you so much insight to lore, and like right away, and this goes to show you just how well it's done, that a newcomer like you can right away piece together, oh, Palpatine was the apprentice that killed him.
Yes.
It's so well done, so well made, and I was mentioning this when we were watching it. Hayden Christensen got so invested with the story that Ian McDiarmid was telling that he almost forgot he was acting. He's like, oh right, I'm gonna have to be acting here. Is it possible to learn this power? He forgot for a moment, because Ian McDiarmid does such a good job. By the way, he steals the show in this film. Ian McDiarmid was amazing in this movie. Every time Palpatine was on screen, I was just smiling, because he's so enjoyable to watch.
He is very good.
I also have written down, hello there, General Kenobi!
That's the thing I was looking forward to the entire time.
Yeah, I know.
I was in this movie for the memes.
Yeah, I also have, suddenly 4 arms. That's such a cool scene when, like, he opens up and he has 4 different arms and he's, it's so awesome. General Grievous is such a cool character, and I wish they did more with him than they do in this movie, because he doesn't do that much. He has like a fight with Obi-Wan.
I'm sure he's in the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, he has a big presence in Clone Wars.
Guess what? You should watch the
Clone Wars. Anakin's kind of an idiot for taking this long to figure out that Palpatine is a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't until after he told him the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, told him that, like, I was trained in the Force by my mentor, and the dark side, and then it wasn't until he said, you can save the ones you love from dying, for Anakin to be like,
oh, hey.
Oh, you're a Sith Lord! I'm like, Anakin, come on, man.
You're a little smarter than
How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Yeah. That line should have been there.
Yeah, right? We finally get to see Palpatine fight, and it's incredible. He takes down 3 Jedi Masters like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like...
Wow.
And that's really impressive. Also, like, the fight between him and Mace Windu is really good. The choreography between the two of them is well done, and the facial expression that Samuel Jackson makes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. I also have written down unlimited power, because it's really, that line is really funny to me, because, you know, for the viewer it's awesome because he's electrocuting him and he's like, unlimited power, but like, in context, Palpatine really has no reason to say that.
Yeah.
But like, whatever, it's fine. Order 66 still breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That is a tough scene to watch.
That was rough.
It's really hard to watch, especially like when you're like me and like you've watched enough Clone Wars and like read enough lore to like know these characters. It's upsetting. It's upsetting to watch. I have Yoda is such a badass. I believe that's referring to the scene where he throws his lightsaber into a clone, like jumps into him.
Cool.
God, Yoda was so awesome in this movie. This is like one of the only like complaints I have, just because it's a dumb line. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. That's an absolute. So, didn't think that one through, did you, everyone? So, Obi-Wan versus Anakin is my favorite fight in the series, and the way it's spliced with Yoda versus Palpatine, and Battle of the Heroes, which is my favorite song in all of Star Wars. In my opinion, this is my favorite scene in all of Star Wars. This fight between the two of them, and to a lesser degree Yoda and Palpatine, but I like how it was meshed together. This is my favorite scene in all 9 movies.
Okay.
I love this fight, and it's mainly because, you know, I'm a big like shonen anime watcher, and this fight is just it's Shonen Jedi essentially, and I love it. It's great. It's so well choreographed, and the fact that it's specifically the Obi-Wan and Anakin one, it's real choreography. There's very little CG in that fight. It's actually them just going at it, and it took like several weeks to learn the choreography, and it's amazing. And it's not the footage isn't sped up. That's actually how fast the actors were going.
Wow.
It's incredible. Obi-Wan wins the fight via high ground.
I have the high ground.
Which, like, okay. And then I have... No! Not the best delivery.
Good try.
But,
Good try.
yeah, that was kind of dumb. But you know what, it's funny. So, like, and my final note is the way everything wraps up to lead into the original trilogy is really well done.
Agreed.
I
Definitely.
love how they did that, how they had to keep continuity, so they had Bail Organa and had let Leia go to him, and then Obi-Wan took Luke to Tatooine, gave him to Owen and Beru, and they had to wipe C-3PO's memory, much to Jenny's dismay. But if they didn't, they would have had a giant plot hole.
Angry, but I get it.
Yeah,
that's where I stand on that.
There would have been a huge plot hole if they didn't do that. But yeah, everything was just done. The way this film wraps up is so well done.
Yes.
I love it. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. Yeah, I love this movie. I still do. I still think it's not only the best of the prequels, but the best non-original trilogy Star Wars movie. Yeah, I really liked it.
I will say, looking at the time, it does say 2 hours 20 minutes. Did not feel like that long.
No, it didn't. This movie's paced very well. The pacing's really good in it. It flows nicely the way it goes from one scene to another. Nothing really drags out.
Yeah.
Like, the final fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin is like 17 minutes, and it doesn't feel like it because it's so fast-paced and energetic.
I honestly don't know what I would go back and like cut to
Yeah, ironically, there's stuff I go back and add because there's a lot of deleted scenes that are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of them are in like the opening mission, like with Palpatine. There's a cut scene where Grievous straight up murders one of the Jedis in front of Obi-Wan and Anakin. Mm-hmm. And they cut that scene because they didn't want to do that right away. They didn't want a Jedi to die that early in the movie.
Well, then I think I kind of agree with that cut though, because then it just makes...
It downplays Order 66 a bit.
Well, it doesn't... because if you were to see a Jedi die, it would not have been as powerful to see Order 66 happen.
Yeah.
You would have been like warmed up to a Jedi dying by then.
Yes. In case anyone's wondering, that Jedi was Shakti, which is why we don't see her die in Order 66, because she was supposed to die there, but they cut that, so her death kind of isn't canon, which is why she comes back in like one of the Star Wars video games that takes place after this one, where she dies in that one.
So she still dies.
Yeah. Force Unleashed is a good game. It's a good game. Yeah, there's a lot of really good cut stuff from this that is really good. There was a cut scene, again, all from like the opening, where like Obi-Wan and Anakin like go into like the... Like, apparently the ship has, like, a sewer system or something like that.
Okay.
And, like, they go down there, and, like, it's really well done, and, like, there's a lot of cool stuff that, like, I'm like, I wish they didn't cut that, because they're, like, it's funny stuff. And it adds more, like, humor and more of the brother dynamic of Obi-Wan and Anakin, and I liked it a lot.
Their relationship was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot. Which is all the more heartbreaking in the end when Obi-Wan's like, you were my brother, I loved you. Right after Anakin screamed, I hate you. It's heartbreaking. But yeah, so that was Revenge of the Sith. Next time we will be doing our I almost said our trilogy tweakles. the prequel trilogy summary. So tune in next time for that. Bye.
Bye.